Go ahead.
We recording live now. So with that being said, I'm your host, Bernard Ponder of the Become Your Own CEO Personal and Business Development Practice. And I'm co-hosted by a beautiful young lady by the name of Miss Sandra Burton. How you doing today?
I'm great. I'm great. Can you hear and see me okay?
I can. And what we're gonna ask our guests to do is do us one huge favor. Stop what you're doing. If you're in the chat with us, man, definitely big shouts out to all the business owners we here see here, Skrilla Records. We got what's that? Okay, I see y'all coming in. We got so many different businesses: CEO Therapy, Pink Ice Novelty, um, Posh Getaways by Paris. Shout out to Posh Getaways. Okay, I see y'all coming in. But what I want you guys to do is, I want you to share this live on Facebook. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna bring my screen up in just a second. But Miss Burton, is it okay if I find your page? What's the name of your page so we can actually everybody connect and network?
Um, Song B. That's my entrepreneur page. Of course, I have several pages. You've already done Pink Ice Novelty, and of course, my business page. We're on my business page live.
Yep. And that's the main one. I see it now. Okay. I'm actually sharing it to my regular live feed. So let's not hold anybody back any longer. I came to be strong, but not long. I hope you guys had an amazing week. We do this every single odd number month. So what does that mean? This is the 5th month of the year. So in May, we're going live 4 weeks in a row, every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, Sharing these business development strategies with a lot of people who are looking to grow. And truly, is it safe to say people want to increase their cash flow in business, Ms. Burton?
Absolutely, absolutely. Look, the way times are right now, I think everybody, whether you have a business or not. However, this is exciting. I'm here.
Facts. And you know, little birdie told me that, hey, some people around the world is talking about what's that called? A recession again. So what they say, prepare for war in times of peace.
Absolutely.
So here we go. Here's the business development workshop by Miss Sandra Burton and myself, Bernard Ponder. Can you tell them a little bit about why we are here? Let's see. Do you see a screen share with me?
I do see the screen share. I do see this first slide, week 1.
All right, let's go ahead and move on. Okay, we're moving a little quick. Let's ride. Let's get it in.
Actually, just like he said, we are in the first week, you guys. So you are here for the starter. We want you to come back with 2, 3, 4. And if you're here, guess what? Because May has 5 weeks, we're going to do something we haven't done in a while. We're going to do a little recap. So for anybody that's listening right now, the Business Development Workshop, we want you to take those ideas to impact proven systems for business breakthrough. And it's all about this word that some people like, some people don't like, is accountability. Week 1 is all about accountability. Is it safe to say there are things in life where we literally need to be held accountable? Absolutely. Yeah. So that's what all week 1 is about. So if you're here with us, we want you to stick around for the rest of the weeks as well.
Bad. So let's dive right in. A little bit background on myself, man. I've been grew up on that traditional way of thinking, go to school, get some good grades, and go to college. I've actually had some amazing jobs and had some ups, had some downs, but most importantly, shout out to the ups, right? But along the journey is I understood that a lot of wealthy people own assets and businesses. Can somebody write that in the comment section? Assets and businesses. And over these 4 weeks, and we're going to give you guys that bonus, like she said, a week 5 of a recap of all of this. But most importantly, I understood there were 4 steps to becoming your own CEO. And if you're already a business owner, how these 4 simple steps can actually help you enhance and scale up your business. Look at the logo here, guys. Become your own CEO. Put these in your notes because we're going to start strong right now. The C stands for create. How many people actually have a business and have had to create a service and or a product? In business, most products support the main service. This is how a lot of people are able to have a low, a mid, and a high ticket offer so they can hit that goal that they wanted to hit. Number two is we understand that everybody who's a business owner or looking to go from self-employed to business owner or, or whatnot, they have to figure out how to execute strategies. And two of the main strategies over these next 4 weeks we'll be talking about is a person like Ms. Sandra Burton, who is an accountant who can help you with your financial planning. But the second part of executing a strategy that a lot of us have to pay attention to is executing a marketing strategy, right? We do these two things: create services and products, execute financial and marketing plans. So overall, you all can have more options and opportunities. Is it safe to say, Ms. Burton, everybody wants some options?
Everybody.
So let's get together and through this workshop, let's talk about some things that'll help us get to those options. Ms. Burton, I love even numbers. So if you don't mind, will you take the first two things about topics of what we're going to talk about over the next 4 weeks, and I'll take the last two?
Absolutely. So, like you said, there are 4 steps. However, we're going to do this in a 5-part series. Week 1, this is where you are right now. It is identifying your accountability partners. It's plural. We'll get more into that because this is week 1. Week 2 is where now we want you to write out, old-fashioned ink pen, write it out, your personal development plan for the week. We got this saying that if you write it out, go ahead. Mr. Punch.
Oh, excuse me. You finished 2.
No, this is so good. This is good. What's our saying about when you write things out?
When you write something down, you tend to it.
Yep.
When you tend to something, you get it done.
Yep. Go ahead.
All right. So the third and fourth week, we're going to be talking about writing out some things to help you guys write out business development plans. But number 4 is mastery. Yep. It's so important for people to figure out how to actually master their businesses, strategies, and systems, keyword systems, so that you can actually start taking advantage of what true business owners have, which is leveraged income. So what's the CEO? I broke it down to you guys before. Take your screenshot, put it on your wall, and then look at your business. A lot of the things that you guys are going to hear and see in our business development workshop is a checklist. Can somebody write that in the comment section? I'm going to put it down here. Checklist is that I had created this quote many years ago when I started on my journey of becoming my own CEO of multiple different companies at the times. They say that success is nothing more than checking off things to do on your to-do list. So we want to make sure as a CEO, you're getting your services tightened up. Your products, they're tightened up. What's the price range? What's the products or the things that go inside your service and product that makes that piece, that one piece of your business, much, much better? Financing. Are you funding your business the proper way right now? Are you promoting your business on a consistent basis right now? And truly, what are the goals that you're aiming at? A guy named Les Brown said it's better to aim high and miss that goal rather than aiming low and hitting that dead on the head every single time. So what I learned is a business owner is a person who has people working with them to yield income and cash flow. Somebody in the comment section will write, I need a team. Robert Kiyosaki is one of my favorite financial educators, is because he actually wrote out what we call the 4 cash flow quadrant years ago. And a lot of people have been able to transition or transfer his learning into digital platforms, but it still remains the same. If you're just like me, like Ms. Burton, we went to high school, we went to college, right? We got the quote unquote good jobs. However, at some point in time, there is a ceiling, right? And a mentor of mine always asked, he said, why do you feel so comfortable starting at the bottom of somebody else's dream versus starting at the top and then building your own dream? So the key things is, he said, there's 4 ways to produce income. Ms. Burton, you the financial lady. I feel kind of crazy talking finances, and your beautiful self is right here. Can you share with us the 4 ways that people produce income?
Absolutely. See, the quadrant. Everybody, when they say go to school and get a good job, that means you're an employee. That means you go to work every day for someone else. And that employee, guess what? Right now, you have no leverage. And this falls because right there,
You're fine. Go ahead. I'll move it back.
No. So as an employee, you have no leverage. That is where you go and they tell you, here's the days you have off, here's your vacation. You have no control over that because you are someone's employee. And then the thing is, they say, okay, well, you're not working for anybody, and then you want to be self-employed. Well, the self-employed is, guess what? If you get sick and you can't come in, you can't do any work, guess what? You don't make money. So that part right there is you have no leverage. And the percentage of that is 95% of the population. Where now the amount that you actually can get wealthy, it diminishes with your own effort. However, as a business owner, now you have employees. If something happens, your business still runs. See, let me give me one. We're gonna pause right here. See, the way it works is, even long ago when Jeff Bezos started Amazon, we saw the picture of him in the garage, and he was self-employed at the time. However, we know he is a business owner. Is it safe to say right now, if something happens to him, all those packages that are arriving at your door every day, will they still come? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Because you've become a business owner. And we're going to go a little bit more into that because that is one of the quadrants that you really, really want to be in. Now, the last one, which is, I don't know if they can see it. Something is over the screen. Right?
Oh, okay. Thank you for that. Go ahead.
The last one is where there's an investor, because now your money is making you money. So I don't know, something is just going on. But anyway, however, that is how the 4 quadrants of it works. The main thing is it depends on where you are. And if you're just starting off in your career, you got to go and, experience all of them. My train of thought is, to me, once you start off in that first box as an employee, it's something about in your head when you're going to work every day and somebody's literally telling you what to do. It becomes where now either I'm going to be self-employed and then move up to the business ownership world, or guess what? I may love it here. What they say, self-employment is not for everybody, Mr. Ponder.
Oh, very true. I like that the most, man, because out of cash flow quadrants, E, S, B, and I. Somebody write that in the comment section. E, S, B, and I. And the key thing about understanding where you are at in your own business is understanding 2 major terms on there: leverage income and residual income. Yep. Residual income says that, hey, look, I created this thing one time and I can get paid over and over and over and over for that thing. I want you to put in your notes, customers. Customers bring you residual income. But the other side of building business is, Robert Kiyosaki says that you're not a business owner until you have a team, until you have people working with you to help you generate money. Now, when you actually start getting business or partners, that is your leverage income. A guy by the name of Jean-Paul Getty, he said, I'd rather earn 1% off of 100 other people's efforts than off 100% of my own efforts. Because if anything ever happened to me, 99% of the work still gets done. The creative stuff, the execution stuff, the investment options. This allows you not to have to be the expert. This is why in our inner circle, we always actually invite people to get our full team of financial experts so you can consult with your accountant on a week-to-week, month-to-month basis or quarterly basis, but actually have other experts working on those deep, detailed things to actually help you improve your finances. I hope that's some good stuff for everybody.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. If y'all can't bear with me, I don't know the technical difficulties of whatever's on the slide, but y'all know how PowerPoints be. It be what it be. So week 1, everybody's here because we understand that the first step truly in building a business, going from self-employed, to business owner, is identifying your map. See, when I drove truckers across the country, y'all, many years ago, they gave me 2 different types of maps. If I was going from here in Atlanta, Georgia to California, I have a road one that shows terrain, that shows the plateaus, it shows the mountains, it shows the rivers and the valleys, right? But then it gave me another map that gave me the interstates, the highways, the byways, right? Both are very important, but two have two different things. So in our scenario, help me out, y'all. Put this in the comment section. I need a FAP and a map. In layman's terms, we always say, make sure you have a financial accountability partner. It's very hard to grow and build a business if you're doing the taxes, the debt, the investing, everything and planning and all of that stuff from now and before by yourself, right? The same thing with marketing. You can actually market, right? What's marketing? I got this, guys. Hey, who want it, right? Anybody can market. But when you actually strategically working well with the team and doing admin Mondays and checking out things to do and actually delegating tasks to your team so you don't have so much stress on yourself. Step number one is all about getting you a map, right? Ms. Burton, can you tell them a little bit about why a map or even a FAP like yourself is so important? Take number one.
Absolutely. You remember we talked about that business owner? Well, in order for him to become from self-employed to be a business owner, he or she, let's keep the pronoun going, have to create a system. And with that system, of course, there's an acronym that stands for save yourself stress, time, energy, that's so important, and money. With that system, he's able to now all of the things that he did when it was just he or she, when they were self-employed, create this system in order to, just like what you said, not be there at the office and be able to do other things, because that 99 sounds amazing. Of course, we would love to be 100%, but if there are 99 other people creating, using the system that I've created, the business goes on. And Mr. Ponder, when they create the system, number two says, go ahead.
Number two, and you hit that right on the head, is creating a system of duplication, because a lot of marketing strategies out here work. And that's why I love seeing ads. Shout out to the people who have ads. Shout out to the people who are coaching. Shout out to the people who are educating on financial literacy and marketing, because it all works. Yet it all doesn't work for your business. So when you're working well with somebody else to actually dive deep and look deeper into your system, you guys want to incorporate the ILT method. ILT means you've invested not just your money into your company, but you've invested some time into L, learning something new every single day. I encourage you to learn something new, because they've always told me that the moment you stop learning is the same moment you start dying. And who wants their business to start dying just because somebody else has another creative service or product like yours? I tell people all the time, out of sight, out of mind, right? So when you learn all the different things on the financial side, on the marketing side, and the creative side, you truly need 3 different teams to build a business, ladies and gentlemen, right? But this puts you in a position to be able to teach and train together with your team and actually cultivate a type of culture. Is it safe to say culture is important?
Yep.
So we did this to actually allow you guys to see, just give you guys some checkpoints, because this is a business development workshop for everybody who actually is on this Zoom now. They're dropping links and different things from their own businesses. Every time we do this, we give the first 10 to 15 minutes for networking and learning about different other business owners. But more importantly, this key part here is 10 key aspects to be held accountable to in your business. So like we said, success is nothing more than checking things off, things to do on your to-do list off your list. So let me simple list some of the different things that we came up with that most of the business owners that we're already working with, they gotta look at on a daily and weekly basis. Ms. Burton, let's have some fun. Okay. You think we can have some fun back and forth? I just want us to call it out. You do all the odd numbers, because I like even numbers because it's so positive, right? I'm gonna pull them up on the screen. Can you just simple list and call out what each odd number is, and I'll call out the even ones. That's cool?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, you got it.
So the first one is financial responsibility.
Number 2 is ethical practices in your business.
3 is customer satisfaction.
4 is employee well-being.
5 is strategic planning.
6 is all about time management.
7 is the brand and reputation management.
8, all about legal compliances.
9 is sustainability and social impact.
And number 10, key aspect to be held accountable to in your business with an accountability partner is personal growth and development. I've always said that self-development is what you learn, personal development is what you do. So, Ms. Burton, help me out with this. Let's have some fun. What are 2 major things that you see from a financial standpoint or even just a business standpoint? Because you have a lot of clients that you actually help develop business with. I'm going to look through and see if there's 2 that I like the most. And anybody in the comment section, you guys can write where 2 or 3 things that you guys see on this thing that is very important. Definitely, if you're watching the replay, drop down 2 things you see here that are very important, you believe, to the development of your company.
All right, I know you said 2, but I got 3. I'm just gonna push it real quick.
Hey man, do your thing.
I wouldn't be me if I didn't do number 1, financial responsibility. That's a given. You know, you gotta have the money, you gotta have the responsibility. So we're not gonna go all into that one. However, number 1 is number 1 for a reason. It is the first, it is the number 1 thing. I want to point out number 4, the employee well-being. You know, if your employees, I took yours, if your employees are not happy, if they're not, you know, if your work environment is not where it's positive, I don't think, you know, people are not gonna stay. You know, when you talk to people, I have 2 people that I can off the top of my head have been at their job 30 years. And it's not a big job. However, that says something about that, how that employer is treating that employee. Mr. Ponder, my, you know, I told you I had 3. So the one that I'm gonna end with is your company brand and reputation. When I tell you, if your company right now is known for adding fees to the customer check, or just outright not shipping things when somebody bought something, that bad reputation, no matter what, sometimes can tarnish a brand. So when you're out there, this is the business development workshop. Let's really, really, really keep that a being. You gotta be able to have a great brand and reputation about whatever your service or product is. So, you know, I can go on and on. I'm gonna go ahead.
Hey, nah, I love it. This my ish right here. But you definitely took my employee well-being. I'm gonna piggyback on that, like how we used to be in Clubhouse. I'm gonna piggyback on it. Employee well-being. Statistic that I saw that was shocking to me was that more than 80% of businesses, I will say small businesses, because we know large businesses, they got teams, they got systems that are duplicated for it. However, I know you work with a lot of small business owners. That employee well-being is most 80% of businesses don't have 1 employee. And the reason why I talk so big about accountability partners, because you can go fast by yourself, going through the seat, the services, the products. You can come up with it by yourself, do your thing. And then you coming around the corner self-employed, and you're doing the financing for the company. You're doing the checks and balances of the company. You got the next latest app, and you think that is going to create some leverage for you, but it's creating another job for you. Right? So I believe it starts with accountability of even the structures. Most nonprofits, right? It tells you, if you go to the Secretary of State, it doesn't allow you to start a nonprofit without 3 people. Reason being why I'm still employee well-being is that most businesses, when you're developing it, there's a voting process, right? And the key thing in that voting process of building that business allows an odd man out. So it can be 2 to 1. If it's 7 people, 5 people to 2 people. It always gives you a fair advantage from the collective team versus just you by yourself doing it. One of the analogies somebody taught me years ago, they was like, if you're self-employed, that's like football. Shout out to Shador Sanders. All right, I'm gonna do that for some for some social media hits, right? But the thing is, some of you guys in business are doing the C, the E, and the O all by yourself. You're the center. You're hiking the ball to Shador, right? You're actually throwing the ball. You're running down the field and catching the ball. You're juking people out. You're getting to the touchdown, and you're the referee to say if it's good or not. You feel me? Don't do business by yourself. And my second one was simply going to be screen share back up. Strategic planning. That's my biggest thing. In our inner circle, we do a once a week planning hour because, again, if you fail to plan out what's most important in your business, you plan on failing. I see a lot of other people writing some things down in the comment section. I see time management. I see legal compliance. Some businesses are not in legal compliance, right? So if that's one of your business, put that as a priority. High priority, mid to priority, and then put that on the to-do list to check it off so that business can continue to keep growing one step at a time. Did I miss anything?
I like it. I like it.
All right. Take over for me.
All right. So if this sounds like something that you need for you, your business, your friend business, whoever business, we want you to book your free discovery conversation. In the conversation, we're going to give you a couple things. The first thing, you're going to have a one-on-one strategy session either with myself or Mr. Ponder. However, you know what, Mr. Ponder, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this out there. Or they can have one with both of us. I'm feeling really good. May is a good month. You're thinking about starting a business or your business isn't going, go ahead. Book one with myself and Mr. Ponder. That way you have your FAP and the map taken care of. Next, we're going to gift you something that you cannot get anywhere. We're going to gift you the PDF of the entire 4-step process. Why not? We want you to be successful. Last but not least, we want you to be around like-minded people, networking. So we're going to give you access to our private Facebook group, which is called Creative Execution Officer. You want these things, and I guarantee you, the time taken to do any of the ones that we're going to give you will be well spent. Absolutely. Yep.
I totally agree. So all in all, we do have an inner circle, and some of you guys have seen my videos, and some of you guys, I got people like, shout out to Robin with Skrilla Records up in Baltimore. I see you on the line, but it's a lot of people all across the company. If you can, love, drop your business link or something in the chat, and if you can get on Facebook, drop it as well. Any of those business names that I did name that we are partnered with, when we take this from online to offline and we start traveling the country, a lot of these businesses that we're partnering with in our inner circle will be sponsors of this event that's been coming since 2016. Ms. Burton, is it safe to say that most businesses fail in the first 3 to 5 years? A lot of them. And I think the key thing is because it's the lack of accountability. So we want to invite you guys to be a part of our inner circle where anybody in our inner circle gets a full team of financial and marketing experts. Just get back with the person who invited you to see this. If we shared it with you, get back with us. But also, we want to give you guys monthly one-on-one strategy sessions specifically on your C, your services and products, your finances and your marketing, but most importantly, your goals, the options that you guys are looking for. Free sponsorship, like I said before, about any of these events. If you guys did not connect with the Certified Platinum Financial Services page on Facebook or Become Young CEO page on Facebook, we will be showing you guys a lot of the people that we're partnering with. Definitely we have a home business as well with the Create Your Own Economy financing team. That's doing a lot of different things that will be sponsors of a lot of these events coming up. But most importantly, weekly private group training. It's nothing like getting together with like-minded people, iron sharpening iron. Again, all marketing strategies doesn't work for every CEO. So we want to actually put you guys in a position where you guys truly have some options to grow your company. Ms. Burton, what we got coming up?
you're gonna want to stick around for week 2. I already know Mr. Ponder's gonna tell y'all this is his favorite week. You know, he loves the personal development. But however, same place, same time, same Zoom. However, I'm gonna let a little cat out the bag. Next week is gonna be very interesting because there's some things that we're gonna really go deep, do a deep dive in, and you don't want to be here. And this is once again, we're gonna take those ideas, just like I just told you earlier, from impact to proven systems for your business and your breakthrough. So you're gonna want to be here for next week. Also, we want you to follow us. Mr. Ponder is on Facebook at Become Your Own CEO. You'll see the logo. It looks just like what's in his background. I'm on Facebook, Certified Platinum Financial Services. You'll see the black and white logo. On Instagram, I'm on at CPF Services. And Mr. Ponder is on Instagram at the CEO Map. And it's actually spelled out THECEO Map. We want you to follow us because guess what? We leave some dope, some very, very educational material. And you're going to want to be inspired. So why not?
Love it. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's our business development workshop for this week. Like we said, we do own other businesses outside of here. Ms. Burton actually owns an apparel company that she's developing, and she's actually doing some things with my mobile massage practice that we will be doing some stuff in the next following weeks. I will ask you guys to also follow CEO Therapy. It is hot outside. People are outside. But personal and self-development is very important, and we are combining our efforts with a special event over the next few weeks and months that we would love for you guys to be a part of and your company to be a part of, because it's nothing more than like-minded people getting together and utilize some affiliate products and services to make events come to life. So this is our first week business development workshop. Ms. Burton, it's been a pleasure to actually connect and work with you. Everybody I see in the chats, I thank you guys. Leave a comment on Facebook as well. We will add this to our YouTube channels. But get back with the person that invited you to develop your company, and we'll see y'all soon. Bye.